Good morning again, y'all, and you're welcome for the incredible view of me in my car with no proper way to secure a camera. I hope you don't end up with motion sickness. Maybe just listen. I'm in the process of tapering off of methadone. I dropped to 23 this morning from 24, and I also decided while I was at it, might as well just go ahead and drop to 22 next Monday as well. In between when I pick up my take home. So I do this to myself. I rush my taper. Well, I don't rush it because I'm being told at this point by the professionals that it's kind of like if I'm not acclimating to my dose, that the only solution is to go back up. And I'm not acclimating, so the only solution is to go back up or get off of it. I just have not been able to acclimate. Ever since I got down to like 26, I've just been trying so hard, doing my part, staying healthy, staying active, keeping my mind right, going to therapy, staying busy. But I'm still not, there's just a part of me physically that is not recovering from the taper. And I'm being told now by both my prescribing doctor and my counselor, who I talked to on Friday morning. It's Monday now. He told me that basically it's like, crap or get off time. Like, your dose is so low that it's not therapeutic. It's not holding you 24 hours. You're consistently reporting the same withdrawal. And I'm consistently experiencing the same withdrawal symptoms daily, despite daily dosing. But this is... This is my second time, for those of you that don't know, tapering off of methadone. I did it successfully once, hit a few walls. I remember where they were very well. I hit a wall at about 75, 80, and then I hit a wall at 45. A dosage wall is where your body just cannot acclimate, your brain just does not get it, and you're in a constant sort of state of withdrawal almost, because you're only getting enough methadone to make you feel better for part of the day. This extended half-life feature that people desire about the methadone is totally eliminated when someone is not really at a therapeutic dose. So someone like me hears that and all I hear is, okay, so I either continue going down feeling the way I feel, or I make a conscious decision to go back up, which I have done before. At one point in the past, I hit a dosage wall at 80, tried to drop down to 75, waited a couple of months, and ended up having to go back up because my body just wasn't getting it. I feel like that's what's happening to me now, and instead of feeling I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be feeling positive about it. I was about to say, instead of feeling positive, I'm feeling so anxious, but how could anyone feel positive about feeling like this every day? Today, somebody texted me this morning after I left the clinic, father, actually, and just checking in with me to see how I slept last night, and because he knows I've been having a rough time. And I barely even had the energy to text him, and I told him that. It's like I've got the energy to say hello, how are you, and that's about it. I just dropped my dog off at the vet. She needed a couple of things done. She's fine, just a regular appointment. And I also left her there to get a bath and to have, a puppy playtime. She's not a puppy, but you know what they do, that socialization time with other dogs. And there's some sirens coming this way. And that totally distracted me from what I was saying. But I was saying that I was at the vet, and like my brain just could not zero in and snatch up what that woman was saying to me. And it's not that like I couldn't hear her, like a volume problem. It was like my brain just was not absorbing information. Like it just felt extremely fried. And I'm almost 159% sure that yes, methadone withdrawal is very difficult. That's a fact. However, one part about this that is just annihilating my brain, my personality, my motivation daily is what I would call severe sleep deprivation that I am now experiencing as a result of tapering my methadone. This is the exact problem that I hit before years ago. What I mean by that is the primary issue with my methadone withdrawal years ago, when I got to very low doses, my primary complaint consistently became that I was not sleeping. And that is my primary complaint now. Sleep, obviously we need sleep for a very large variety of reasons, and my body is trying to do something very complex. Get off this methadone. I'm older than I was last time I did it. The drugs were stronger than they were last time I was on it. I just hope that it doesn't get any worse than it is now. And if I'm recollecting correctly, I feel like I remember from the last time I did this, the last time I tapered, that sleep did become my primary complaint when I got to a very low dose. I did have skin sensitivity, which I'm having right now as I'm talking to you. I would off and on have the runny nose and the yawns, stuff like that. People that have been addicted to opiates know what symptoms I'm talking about. It feels like there's like a water heater in your brain, and like somebody's just jacked it all the way up and then started surging electricity through it on top of that. Do any of you other guys feel that? Like, I've been experiencing that at this low dose this time, and I'm not sure if I noticed it last time, But this time, getting off of methadone, I've been just really struggling with what I would call nervous system reactions. And there's really not a lot we can do to quickly heal a nervous system. Healing a nervous system takes time, and that's basically all that will accomplish it. Like, there are things that help with that time, like we need proper exercise, we need proper nutrition, we need to stay properly hydrated, doing yoga, Pilates, breath work. If you have the energy, doing a full-on workout is incredible. When I was still above 40, I was doing every other day full-on weightlifting workouts, like basically like CrossFit. Well, it wasn't full-on CrossFit, but it was like circuit training, if you know what that is. Maybe that is full-on CrossFit, I don't know. But I was doing these circuit training. I've taken them in public before, so I was sort of doing it with myself at home, going through my circuits. When I got down, that's been consistent throughout my recovery, but when I got down below I'd say maybe about 28, motivation really started to be something that I was struggling with. And I don't mean, like, there really is an aspect of mental and emotional motivation to this, but there's also this very literal soreness and fatigue that starts to happen to the body at these low doses that almost make it impossible to accomplish something like a full-on workout circuit. So don't be hard on yourself. Life happens and we're all busy. Just do what you can. I've had a few of these bad days lately, and so I'm kind of used to feeling this way, but I'm sure ready to feel some other way. I don't know that I've really got much else to say during that long silent part that ought to be edited out but won't be. I was just almost hearing a tinnitus in my ear. The universe is just like making this static noise right now, and it's the only thing I can really listen to. I don't know, hopefully, I'm sorry if you're feeling this way, but hopefully other people who have experienced this sensation know or understand what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking about, how difficult this process is. And if you know anybody that's going through this process, be kind to them, be easy on them, understand that every day is not going to be a good one. It may be a good 50-50. You may even have more bad days and good days, especially towards the end, but just keep your goal in sight. You know, I asked my counselor on Friday, like, am I pushing this? In your professional opinion, am I pushing this? My taper? And of course, he asked me some questions, but he already kind of knew the answers. And, you know, he knows that I'm serious about my sobriety. He knows that that clinic causes me a severe amount of anxiety because I run into people there that I know and that I don't want to run into. So, you know, he asked me basically, like, he told me, you're just gonna have to make a decision, like, as long as you're not feeling pushed to use or craving, which interesting, because I told him I'm not craving opiates. I haven't craved opiates in a very, very long time. Am I craving maybe like a fucking Xanax? Hell yeah. And if it weren't for my take-homes. So, is that relapse behavior to continue tapering even though you feel an urge to use something to control the anxiety? I'm not sure. My counselor seems to think my head is strong, that I've got this taken care of. I'm getting home, so the light's gonna change. Hopefully nobody was actually watching this. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if there is an answer. I mean, I feel like I've been given two answers, two options, and, you know, I've been given the option to either go back up. I've also been given the option to split my dose between morning and evening, and in both of those things, I have a lot of resistance towards. Because I know that going back up is only going to prolong the amount of time that I'm there. And gosh, I look a bit rough. It's raining outside here. I don't know. I don't mean to be discouraging, but just expect that when you get to a low enough dose, it is possible that you may not feel well, like ever. You will once again, but at that dose, you might not. So the way my counselor explained it to me, which I already knew, is this. We are detoxing our bodies from a drug. That drug is my brain. The drug has been so cut off and is at such a low, untherapeutic level that my brain is like screaming for a substance. And instead of giving it what it wants, I'm continuing to turn down the dosage. I've tried pausing. It didn't seem to help. So now I'm gonna go meditate. I'm gonna go do some yoga nidra actually for about 50 minutes. Then I'm gonna get in a nice long walk. As soon as it stops raining, which it is supposed to do, it kind of already is now stopping. Methadone withdrawal's rough, guys. It's the worst. It's not something I would wish on anyone, because the other thing about it is it eats up years of your life. My methadone taper has literally eaten years of my life. And I didn't realize that until it was too late. But what are the other options, Stay out there, stay using? No, that's not an option. So I don't know. It's a nasty medication, guys, but it's life-saving. It's saved my life twice now. It has saved my life twice now, and I find it's so ironic that something that I have so much gratitude towards, that I have so much gratitude even exists, and also, while feeling grateful, I can also feel like this is a nasty drug that I wish I wasn't on. It is not just an opiate. It's hijacked my serotonin, my catecholine, my norepinephrine, my dopamine. And now that I'm coming off of it, I'm basically in a constant acute drug withdrawal. I don't even know if I'd call it acute. I guess it is, right? Not post-acute. Yeah, acute. I'm basically in constantly acute drug withdrawal. And if I continue giving myself the methadone, I'm going to continue to experience the acute phase of withdrawal in the middle of the night and when I wake up in the morning. And that's just reality. These videos are more for me. It's a really good way to get a handle on my anxiety, honestly, talking to a camera. Feels better than sitting in silence. Hopefully somewhere, somebody, someday will stumble across even one of these videos. I mean, I'm not getting many views, and I'm not surprised about why. First of all, I haven't really been putting myself out there, like advertising that I'm doing this, and then second of all, nor do I have any plans to monetize, and then second of all, this is a really taboo topic that nobody's talking about, and that's why I'm doing it, because nobody else is. There are hundreds of people going through this every day just at my clinic alone. So I don't know, thousands, millions in the country. I don't know. Somebody somewhere right now is really wishing they had somebody that's only on 23 milligrams of methadone to talk to. Asking them, how are you doing this? What are you doing? I feel awful. I mean, guys, I feel like crying right now. But I've done that enough on camera. It's not my goal or what I ever really intended to do. I just want to feel better, and I just want other people to feel better that are going through this. I'll check in with y'all. You know it. You know it. Maybe I'm finally on a low enough dose that y'all start hearing me be all sing-songy. Seems like that's been going on with me the past few days. So, hey, there's that, even though I'm losing even though I'm in acute drug withdrawal and I'm losing sleep and losing track of my brain, I'm still feeling better in some ways. Like, is it parts of my core personality are coming back? Like, I'm becoming more goofy and bouncy, and I don't know. We'll see how things pan out over the next few weeks. I'm definitely on this ride for the next few months. So, 23 milligrams of methadone today, dropping to 22 next Monday. And then it'll be Thanksgiving. It's crazy. I hope y'all can have a better day than I'm having right now. And I'm sorry that you've mostly been staring at a steering wheel this entire time. It's not very polite of me. But I hope y'all have a good day. I do. All right, thanks.